Hello and welcome into Zach's Picks. I'm Zach McCullough. It's good to see you all here for another season of college football. I'm glad it's already here. And I want to start out, first of all, by thanking the Daily Mountain Eagle for hosting me and being here, letting me be here. I'm so happy to be here. I'm just glad another season's kicked off and we were able to have a season last year. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with my picks. First of all, we have Bowling Green at Tennessee. Tennessee's a 36.5-point favorite. Bowling Green was most likely the worst team in college football last year, so the new coaching staff at Tennessee should have an easy time with them this year. I think Tennessee will win this game and cover. For my second game, I got East Tennessee State at Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt has a new coaching staff like Tennessee, and they also have an easy opponent, so I think this will be another easy victory for Vanderbilt. And South Carolina is hosting Eastern Illinois. I think that for a new coaching staff in South Carolina as well as Vanderbilt and Tennessee, an easy opponent is always good to start with. I think South Carolina should come out here and cruise to a victory. And next is Florida Atlantic at Florida with a line of 23.5 in favor of the Gators. I think that Florida should come out and win as the reigning SEC East champions. They have a pretty big act to follow this year, so I think this game should build their confidence up heading into the rest of the season. And Kent State at Texas A&M. The line is Texas A&M by 29.5. Kent State had one of the best, actually the best offense in college football last season, and Texas A&M came close to making the playoffs, so they really want to continue that momentum going into this season. I think this should be a very big Texas A&M victory with them covering. Next is Louisiana Monroe at Kentucky. Kentucky's a 31-point favorite. I think this will be a pretty big Kentucky victory, but I don't think they will cover. I think that Kentucky should come out and play well, but it's going to be a low-scoring game. Now Louisiana Tech at Mississippi State. Mississippi State is a 23.5-point favorite. After Mississippi State came out and dominated LSU in Week 1 last year, everyone figured out their offensive scheme. So I think they will not win big like that anymore. So I don't think they cover, but they still win. After that, we have Rice at Arkansas. Arkansas is a 19.5-point favorite. Arkansas was last year for them a season that they're going to build on or a one-time good season. I think they're going to continue to build off of that season, so I would imagine they win and cover in this game. Next is Central Michigan at Missouri. Missouri is a 23.5-point favorite. I think Missouri comes out and they play a good game, but I still think Central Michigan's going to keep it close for a little while, but Missouri ends up breaking away, but they do not cover. After that, we have Akron at Auburn. I think that Auburn is trying to rebuild after Gus Malzahn left, and I think that they will have a pretty good game here, and I think they'll win and cover very easily. Next, we have Louisville versus Miami in Atlanta on Monday night. Ole Miss is a 10.5-point favorite. They have arguably the best quarterback in the SEC in Matt Corral here. So I think their offense should come out and play very well, and they will beat Louisville and cover. After that is LSU traveling to the Rose Bowl in Pasadena to take on UCLA. I think having seen UCLA play once helps LSU because they kind of know that UCLA is going to run the ball, and for LSU, their stout defense should keep them from going down. I think they're going to win and cover the 3-point favorites they are. Next is the big game where game day is going to be this week in Charlotte, Georgia against Clemson. Clemson's a 3.5-point favorite. I think for Georgia and Clemson, this is their biggest games of the year by far. I think the winner should be going on to an undefeated regular season. So I think this is a very big game in terms of playoff picture coming this early in the season. I think Clemson's going to win this game and I think they're going to cover the narrow favorite. And then my final game is Miami and Alabama in Atlanta. Alabama's an 18.5-point favorite. I think this line is pretty good. I think it's going to be about a 20-point game. I think that early it's going to be a very close game, back and forth, but Alabama starts pulling away with their defense. So I think Alabama gets the victory and covers. Well, that's all the games I have for today. It's good to be back picking games on camera. I am so happy that you decided to watch. Thank you and goodbye.